Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nintendo. In this episode, we're actually going to be going up Death Mountain to the next dungeon, but before we do that, we're going to grab the flippers and a couple of other items, as well as some heart pieces, and on the way there, I actually want to talk about a few things regarding A, this video series, and B, this channel. So the first thing is this series. As you can see on the left and right sides of the screen, I have little graphics that show my current inventory. Basically, they're just copies of what's on this screen here. It actually takes quite a lot of work to do that, and because of that, it takes quite a lot longer for me to make each video, because I actually have to create an in-game snip of each of those little strings as they change, every time they change, and then when I'm editing the video, I have to sync that up to when I actually click the items, and then it's a lot of extra work for what I perceive as not a whole lot of added benefit. So I'm thinking about discontinuing that feature in this series. If for some reason you really appreciate that particular feature, let me know, because if there are a lot of people that want to see that in the videos, I will continue to do it for you. But if it's not really a big added benefit to anybody, then I'll just stop doing it. That way I can put out the videos a lot faster. And, I'm sure at this point a lot of people, or at least some people, would like to see the videos out faster. I don't know how many people watch these videos at this point in time, but I assume there's at least one or two people that do watch the series and would like to see videos come out faster. Another thing is the break. So there was a short break, as you saw. I did a little hiatus for the Christmas and New Year's holidays. I didn't say anything about that. I kind of felt bad about not announcing that in any sort of public way. But basically, yeah, I just wanted to spend the time with family and friends and not have to worry about editing any videos or things like that. So I took that break, and I'm sorry I didn't say anything, but now you know what happened. I'm not quitting on the series. I am going to continue and complete it. So that's what happened there. And the last thing is this channel. My current name is Let's Play Nintendo. There is actually an already semi-popular channel that goes by the same exact name. And I feel kind of bad, taking the same name as them. I didn't even know YouTube would allow two channels to have the same exact name. That used to not be the case back when I started YouTube in 2008 or so, I believe. But now you have channel IDs and then channel names, which are two separate things. So two channels can have the exact same name because they have different IDs, and that's sort of how that works. But anyway, the point is, I feel kind of wrong for having the same name as another channel that's already sort of popular. They've already done a lot of work to establish their name, and I don't want to detract from that in any way. So my thought is I would just rebrand the channel using my online name, which is Oryx, spelled O-R-3-X. So for the channel, I was thinking about renaming it to Oryx Gaming. And another good benefit to doing that is I can actually branch out from Nintendo games. So with its current name, I would feel kind of wrong playing anything but Nintendo games because the channel is called Let's Play Nintendo. By renaming it to Oryx Gaming, I'll be able to play other games that are on other systems, including PC, which is something I would really like to do. Here lately I've gotten pretty heavy into Halo Online, which is kind of a, well, it's more or less El Dorito, which is a modification of a game called Halo Online, which came out in Russia, which is basically, in the end, it's Halo 3's multiplayer on PC, and I've been playing it quite a lot. And I wouldn't mind doing maybe some live streams or something of me playing that game, but with the current branding on the channel, it just wouldn't make sense. So that would be another big benefit of rebranding the channel, is I could do things like that, which I would really love to do. So anyway, just give me your thoughts on the whole situation. Leave a comment below if you have something to say. And yeah, that's pretty much the direction I'm thinking of heading. Unless anybody can give me really any good reason not to do that. That's pretty much what's going to happen over the next coming weeks. And I am going to continue to try to get at least one video out a week, maybe more if I have time. Like I said, editing these videos, especially with those graphics on the side, does take quite a lot of time. And I do work a full-time job as well as have other responsibilities. So it can be kind of hard to find the time to get this stuff done. Excuse me. But anyway, as you can see, I just bought the Zor's Flippers. This will allow us to swim through the water. That 500 rupees that you need to buy that, that's like the most money you'll ever spend at one time in this game. So after that, I think the most you need to spend for the rest of the story is 100 rupees before you go into the first dungeon in the Dark World. So we'll worry about that when we get to it. Here's a heart piece here. Just don't forget to grab that because it's pretty easy to walk right past it. Once you drop down this waterfall here, you have to go all the way back around to get it. We're going to continue this way. I'm sorry my nose is a little runny this morning. I'm trying not to be disgusting in the mic and like suck all my snot back into my nose or whatever, but it's getting kind of difficult. So what we're going to do here is actually through this waterfall there's a secret fairy fountain. And we're going to use that to upgrade a couple of our items, the most important of which I believe is the boomerang and the shield. So with that shield in, we will get back the fireball shield, which allows us to reflect fireballs, which our previous shield wouldn't let us do that. And I'll show that off if I get the chance. So we tell you yes, we dropped it, and she will give us something better in return. There we go. So yeah, it says there, your shields are approved, you now defend yourself against fireballs. Great. So it's kind of finicky trying to get this fountain to reactivate. You just kind of have to like walk around and tap the A button, and eventually it will work. But we'll say throw an item again, and this time we shall throw in the boomerang, which is here. And this will give us the red boomerang, which actually just goes further. It's pretty much the only added benefit, I believe. Maybe it's a little faster, I'm not sure. Alright, so here we go. And now we have the red boomerang. Oh, the magical boomerang, okay. It's not the red boomerang, it's magical boomerang. Important distinction there. So now we're going to actually go ahead and grab the last bottle that we can get right now. We won't be able to get another bottle for quite a long time after this point, but 3 bottles is pretty good anyway. So we're going to take that little warp point, which is one of the things that the Zora allowed us to do. We threw it in as a benefit to us finding the flippers, as those little whirlpools will show up around the world. And you can actually use those to warp between points, which is pretty useful, but most of the time, not very useful at all. But this right here is one of the most useful times, because you can skip from all the way up at Zora's Waterfall to right to Lake Hylia, which is near where we need to go to get this bottle. So under this bridge, and this is actually one of my favorite little things of the game, is being able to go under this bridge and see this little guy's campsite and everything. This character's really cool. He's just like hanging out. He's like, "Yo, what's up? Here's a bottle." I like the way he just opens his eyes and just sticks the bottle up. So there we go, there's the 3rd bottle. And now we are going to continue on to the Death Mountain Pass. Excuse me. So we just swim back down this little, I guess, river. I thought this would be Zora's River exactly, but it's like a little river that connects to Lake Hylia here. Go this way, and we're gonna have to walk all the way back up to the top of the map there. Let's get this guard out of the way. Yeah. Now that we have the flippers, we don't actually have to deal with those archers over there. We just hop down and hop back up right here and completely avoid them. I don't know if that's any faster or not, but at least you don't have to deal with the archers, which I think they're some of the most annoying enemies in the game. They just run away from you. They're not the absolute most annoying, but they're certainly pretty annoying. Let's see, get this out of the way. So I'm coming to the graveyard because if you remember the first episode, I mentioned that we'd be coming back to a specific point in the original, the first dungeon. I guess you could call it a dungeon, where you rescue the princess. I said we would be going back to a room of that to collect some stuff, and now is the time to do that. So we're going to push this gravestone and drop down, and it'll drop us into this area. This is right after the sewers, if you remember in the dungeon. And there is this wall that's cracked that I'm made mention of. So you can actually bomb this and open it up, but something that I didn't discover until much later, after having played this game quite a few times, is the walls that are cracked like this can actually be broken by dashing into them. It's really awesome games like this. You can play it so many times and then learn something completely new, randomly like that. That's pretty cool. So in here we have some bombs, some arrows, and most importantly, some rupees that we're going to use to replenish the rupees after buying those flippers. So now we're back up almost to where we're about 100 rupees short, but not a big deal. Like I said, rupees aren't super important in this game. Now we gotta go through this terribly hard puzzle again. So again, pay attention so you can see how to solve it so you don't get stuck. There you go. Good to go. You actually got to make it back through quite a few rooms in this dungeon. Well, I say quite a few, it's like 3. So we're going to skip most of it. The right lever is something you want to pull, the left one just drops snakes or something. And here we are. And we're just going to completely ignore the priest and the princess. Just run right between them. It's like, hey guys, bye guys. Alright. And now we're going to head up to the Death Mountain Pass. We'll just skip past these guys. Try to go as stealthy as I can. I don't really feel like stopping at all. I try not to hum or sing the overall theme while I'm recording, but it's really hard. I love to sing along to it. It's such a catchy tune. Alright, we're gonna pick this guy up. This little guy will continue to throw rupees out for as long as he's alive. But I don't have time for that. And it's usually only like 1 rupee at a time up until the last one. I think it might give you 5 and then it just dies. So this cave can be a little confusing if you've never been in it before, but if you follow this direction, and try to avoid the bats, it's actually fairly straightforward to get through it. And here is a new character. So this is the old man that lives in the mountain. He says he lost his lamp, so he wants to follow me. And if you think about that, that's actually really scary. So he's in a pitch black cave, and he's lost his only source of light. So you can only imagine the guy's been wandering around this cave for who knows how long, trying to find his way through. And then he just randomly runs into some traveler coming through and managed to save his life. The game doesn't make a whole lot of mention of it, but you know, that would be a really scary situation to be in. So he says turn right here, and he just means like make a turn here, but right is actually the way you have to go. And I always was confused when I was younger if it really meant do I need to turn right, or is he just saying turn here? But anyway, right is the right direction to go. We're here. We're actually on the bottom of Death Mountain now, but this is where this guy lives in this little cave here. So he's gonna give us this magic mirror, which is very important to the second half of the game, or I guess the second 2/3 of the game. And then he's gonna go inside. We're actually gonna follow him inside though, because he will heal us if we talk to him again. He makes mention of the Moon Pearl, which is something we absolutely need to get in the next dungeon. You can't complete the game without collecting the Moon Pearl, but the thing is, for some reason, Nintendo designed the dungeon in such a way that you can complete it without getting the Moon Pearl. I don't know why they did that, but you can absolutely complete the dungeon without getting the Moon Pearl. And then, at least I believe you can. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do it. I've never done it, I've always completed it properly, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to get Moon Pearl and complete the dungeon, so I think you can, yeah. But anyway, the point is, you gotta make sure to go out of your way to get Moon. They made it in such a way that you actually have to be looking for it to find it, because you can totally skip past it. And I don't know why they made it like that. And then they just make a bunch of characters say, oh yeah, don't forget the Moon Pearl. So if you're somebody that plays the game and don't really read the dialogue, you might be screwed. So we're gonna hop down here on this little ledge, and then go inside. What we're gonna find here is another heart piece. And some much needed fairies. I think I only have like 2. Yeah, 2. So we'll grab another fairy to fill our bottles up and continue onward. We actually got another heart piece after this one to get, but it's not super important. So there it is. And this little thing lets you talk to Sahasha. He's talking about Death Mountain and all that. You can read it if you want to. I don't really care. I already know what I'm supposed to do. So here's some berries. Grab all the nuts. There we go. I won't bother collecting those other 2 because I don't need them. This way. Ow. Ow. No! This is going horribly wrong. Probably need those fairies now after that debacle. So now we gotta hop down and dodge the falling rocks again, which I really hate. Thankfully we don't have to dodge them for long. And we're gonna climb back up here. And now we're gonna go over to the right. Now we're gonna get our first taste of the Dark World. So as you can see, we have turned into a bunny, and that's what the moon pearl is for. Without the moon pearl, because we don't have it now, we turn into a bunny. Once we get the moon pearl, we will retain our original shape in the dark world, which will allow us to use our items, swords, shields, all that. But for now, the only thing we can really use is the mirror the old man gave us, and this allows us to travel from the dark world to the light world at any point in time, which, like I said, is really important. So we're going to stand here and do that. And this is going to put us on top of Spectacle Rock, which is what that little telepathic pad was telling us about, or Sahasha was telling us about through the telepathic pad. There's our other heart piece. And, now that we're on top of Spectacle Rock, we can hop down, and here is the Tower of Hera, which is the third and final dungeon. Well, it's the last dungeon for the pendants. There is actually another dungeon we will have to go through, but it's not really a one of the 3 pendant dungeons. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go inside, and this is where I'm going to stop the video for today. Thanks for watching, and like I said earlier in the video, make sure you leave a comment both about the graphics on either side of the screen that you see here. If you want this to stay, let me know. If not, the next video probably won't feature them. And also about the channel rebranding. Like I said, I'm thinking about changing it over to Lords Gaming. If it's a cool idea and you'd like to see some content from other games such as El Dorito or Halo 3, Halo Online, whatever you want to call it, yeah, just let me know, because I'd be happy to do some of that. And I think if I don't get any response, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. But if you have a good reason that you don't want to see that, or you think it would be a good idea, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, take it easy.